I'm a mess today. Been working outside the whole day. And I was going to make some pizza. Been thinking about it. I had picked up the fresh mozzarella. You know, I always have bread flour in the house. It's the staple around here. I love my cherry tomatoes in the can. That's my new thing. So I'm thinking, ooh, I'll make some pizza. Then it hit me like a brick. I have fresh whole milk ricotta in the fridge. I haven't had a calzone in years. Let's make a calzone. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
I'm going to start with 250 grams of bread flour, a good strong bread flour. I keep this King Arthur. By strong, you're talking about the protein content, 12.7. So let's add that. 250, 251, 250. 5 grams of salt and 5 grams of yeast. Add them on opposite sides of the bowl. You don't want them touching each other in the beginning. I don't mind going over a little on the yeast. 2 grams. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1, 2. Close enough. I got 180 milliliters of water here, but I'm going to start with about 150. Save a little. Let's start mixing that. Let's cover this up, and I'm putting it in the cold oven. Proof for about an hour or so. Let it double up. We'll see you then. Okay, I'm just going to make a real quick sauce. Whenever I would order calzone from the Czar place, always give me the side of marinara. You gotta have it, man. With the ricotta. This is going to be the quickest, simplest sauce. And I get to use stuff up on the counter. Smashed up my garlic 10 minutes ago. See how I leave it big? And I got to get rid of this onion, man. I wouldn't usually put onion in this sauce, but it's just going to float. Give a little love and come out. That's it. I'm not going to say anything about these cherry tomatoes because I did in 2 shows already. You know I love these things. I'm using Cento. There's a lot of good brands out there. I mean, if you're going through the ordeal of putting cherry tomatoes, ripe cherry tomatoes in a can, you know they better be good before you even start the objective. All right. Gonna season this, you know the drill, salt, pepper, maybe a little of that fresh oregano, and let it go while we make our filling for the calzones. Let's go over to the marble. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
All right, you know what? I let this dough just go nuts. It's been, I don't know, maybe 5 hours. Look at that. It's like a spider web. You can smell it. It's incredible. The yeast. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate this and make 2 calzones. 1 for tonight and 1 for lunch tomorrow. All right, let's let those sit just like a pizza dough. A little light flour. Give them a little roll. Tighten them up. I like to fold them in. Trying to put some air on the inside. Tighten them up. And we'll let those sit right there with a towel on them while we make our filling. Here's the fresh ricotta. Sorry about the lighting in here, it's awful. And in there, I'm going to shred some fresh mozzarella. Good amount. Almost as much as the ricotta. Maybe even a little more. Who the heck knows? This is a cheesy dish, right? Okay, now I am suffering from a bit of guilt, deep shame. It's quite traumatic for me, actually, to say that I have no grating cheese in this house. No Parmigiano Reggiano, no Locatelli, no Pecorino Romano, no Grana Padano, no grating cheese in the house. And that adds a little umami to that. So I do have some extra sharp cheddar, and I plan to rectify that hard grating cheese situation pronto. But I'll go with a little cheddar. Also add a little creaminess when it melts in there. Okay? Salt, pepper, some herbs. Here, I got a few herbs here on the counter. We'll go with a couple of oregano leaves. A little bit of parsley. I'll grab a basil leaf. That's good. Oregano, basil. I have time. I don't want to overdo it. Little parsley, oregano, and basil. Pinch of salt. Cracked pepper. A little bit of pepperoncini. And let's mix this up. Get that grated mozzarella and cheddar well incorporated to the ricotta. I'm making a mess. I'm losing cheese. That's what I get for trying to bring it up to the camera. Leave it on the counter, bozo. All right. Let's see what we got. I'll take what's on the counter here. Perfect. All right, time to roll out the dough. I know the lighting's awful in here. Gonna take one of my dough, flatten it out. Almost like making pizza, same deal. I'm gonna try and keep it as circular as I can. That one's got a nice start. Let's start with this one. 2 calzone. I am psyched. Give it a good stretch. All right, this can take a few minutes. I'll get these done. I might even throw them up in the air, but I'm not going to do that on camera. And then I'll see you back here on the marble. There you go. You happy? This is not just acrobatics, by the way. It stretches the dough. That centrifugal force, inertia from the inside out. Particularly when you're making pizza. We're doing calzone. We don't really need that rim out at the outside. But it stretches the dough nicely. So, and it's fun. All right, let's have a look. Okay, I got these each rolled out pretty thin, almost like it was going to be a pizza, right? I'm going to put just a couple of drops of extra virgin olive oil in my cheese mixture. Let's give it a little flavor, a little zing on the inside, right? All right. Let's go half on one and half on the other, right? Get it all, it's good stuff. All right, there we go. I'll lick that with my finger when we're done. Okay, let's put it kind of towards the center, right? Mound it up. And take our dough, fold it over. Pinch it together. Let's do this one. Turn it under, pinch it. Right? Try to distribute that cheese in there a little. Now, let me grab a fork, and I'm just going to kind of pinch these edges together a little more. Make sure they're shut, sealed shut. Okay? Fork does it nice, almost looks like a big empanada. Any of these stuffed dough things, they're all the same. Awesome is what I mean. Jamaican beef patties, empanada, empanada di marisco, a little seafood in there. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I have this sheet tray with some old parchment on it. Yes, I reuse it. I already told you I'm like a depression baby. Born 20 years too late. 30 years too late. Just give a little extra virgin on there. Let's take our calzone, put one on there like that. Take the other one. Get it on that paper. You can shape them around a little more. It's fine. They're gonna grow a little when they bake. And the main thing is they're gonna taste awesome. Now, on top, I'm gonna do a little more oil. And again, my deep sense of shame and guilt here is growing. Ideally, you would sprinkle a little more Parmigiano on the top there, or some Romano or something. But that's okay. I think what I'll do, I've been very light on my salt. I think I'll do a couple of salt flakes right on top. I'm literally talking grains on each one. Almost like a pretzel, you know? All right. I think I mentioned it. If I didn't, I started the oven at 475 way back when I was making the sauce. So it's hot as blazes now. Let's get these in. Okay, what I'm gonna do, oven's preheated. We got the stone in there. I'm gonna take the paper and everything and go right on that stone. And I realized as I put them in, but it was only seconds ago, as with an empanada or any pie, we want to give them a little vent, okay? Just a little place to release the excess steam and whatnot, okay? Just poke them a little. Back in we go. 475, and I'm going to set the clock for 15 minutes and take a look at them. All right, the buzzer went off. 15 minutes. So let's see what's going on inside here. We got calzone. I think I'm just going to pull the whole parchment sheet, just like we put it on. Just like that. Perfect. I'll bring it over to the board. Meet me up there. You guys have no freaking idea how psyched I am right now. Like I said, I haven't had a calzone in years. And look at the size of these. I may have 4 meals out of this. Not 2. And I don't mind having dinner, lunch tomorrow, dinner tomorrow. It's fine with me. I gotta cut that bottom. Let's get here. Okay, I heated up my sauce, right? The tomatoes. cherry tomatoes. That big piece of onion still in there, garlic, but I'm just gonna work around them. Take a little of the sauce right on top of my calzone. A little basil leaf off that windowsill. All right, let's give this a go. Homemade pizza dough, fresh ricotta, mozzarella, sharp cheddar. Yes. For all the thousands of slices I eat each year, why don't I order calzone anymore? What a mistake. With the cherry tomato sauce. Unbelievable, man. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for hanging. We'll catch you for the next one. Come on, let's do it.
Come on, let's do it.
Calzone.
Come on, let's do it.